Hey, good morning, family. Welcome to Farming with Lovey. Well, for the meantime, that name change, I'm counting down the days till I can officially change the name. My son did come up with a good name for his page that he decided to give to me for my gardening and homesteading videos. So I appreciate it, but I do want to change the name because it's just not what I wanted to call it. But anywho, good morning. And good morning to my garden. I came out this morning and they were woke already. They were out of their covers. The rain and the wind came through and blew all of their covers off. So I didn't even have a chance to get my babies up out the bed this morning. They being grown, especially these collards. The wind didn't even bother them. But these mustard spinach greens, are looking kind of weathered. They're, they'll spring back to life here in a little while, but yeah, they look like they took a little whopping. I think all of the mustard spinach greens got kind of worn out by that wind. I must have was knocked out. I didn't even know it was coming down like that out here last night. One thing I do know is nobody is getting any water, not a drop, until maybe next week sometime. Unless, except for these ones in here inside the greenhouse. I have my two blueberries that are 3 weeks up potted and look like they are surviving their transplant. And down here, hallelujah. Good morning, Elder. I call him Elder. My elderberry has survived his transplant, and these are my males. Now, some of my other vegetables, I call them she's, but these guys, these are guys. I just feel like the berries, these two, the blueberry and the elderberry, they are male berry, right? Well, it seems like those type of berries are kind of masculine. I don't know. And my strawberries, they're my girls. But anywho, I got some thyme sprouts here, and I came out this morning and I had a whole row of Texas early grano onions germinating. Now I have to take a look into my notebook to see what cell D2 is, and to clarify what cells B4, 3, 2, and 1 are. I know it's a broccoli. And this is a chives that are sprouting. So those are my seedlings. These are about the last seeds of the fall that I planted kind of late. I just did a relocation, so that move kind of ruined my early fall planting. However, I have some remnants of my spring garden left still, which are, get out of here, fly, which are this little Napoli tomato, and it was so small and cute when I first got it from Roses, and it produced so many tomatoes all summer long. I have called them my little, what I call winterizing it, cut off all the leaves so that the last of the tomatoes can get all of the last of the nutrients before the roots start to, I don't know, I don't even know if they're gonna die. The roots are sprouting new tomato plants. I literally have about 4 new plants coming up, and I believe this is a chive. Oregano seed, a volunteer plant, as everyone in the community calls it, because it is surely not a tomato. And I think it is oregano. I'll see once I do a little more research. It's surely not no tomato though. And something else back here growing that is not a tomato. I don't know what it is. There were marigolds in this pot, Once upon a time, marigolds that everyone say is supposed to be a deterrent for pests. Let me tell you, where we moved from in Cheraw, South Carolina, where I had been living for many years, surrounded by woods, them bugs had no mercy on my marigolds. They ate them down, ate all of the leaves off of poor Napoli. She was still sprouting and blooming tomatoes. But them bugs ate all the leaves off of them. Anywho, this here, I believe, is a bodacious hybrid because of how large this crown is, which is not going to even have time to grow to get that big to fit that crown. But it's been like in here in the greenhouse wanting to be a late bloomer and trying to do its last dance. But I did a big chop off of all of the fan leaves so that all the last of the nutrients can kind of try to boost them two little tomatoes I got on there before the end is ending. Anywho, that's my greenhouse and what's going on in there. Over here, I have some turnips and some, oops, about to knock my solar lights off my greenhouse. Some turnips. And come out of there. Come out of there. Come out. Some turnips next to some Paris Island lettuce. But the turnips are kind of taking over the bed and not letting Paris get no light, you know? That wind came through last night and kind of ruffled everybody's leaves. Today I'm going to be harvesting some parsley and dehydrating, and I will make a little vlog to take y'all along on my harvest and dehydration process. Anywho, I'm so proud of my carrots in this grow bag. They are coming up strong. Some big carrots. These carrots are the Denver Longs, I believe. Yep, these are the Danvers. And over here, I have some more carrots. I have some Scarlet Nantes, but they aren't as big. I got a couple of more turnips over here. And these on this side are more Danvers. So I had an L shape of Denver long carrots and then an L shape of Scarlet Nantes if they could ever get some sunlight. I just can't wait for my leaves to act right on my mustard greens. I may have to pull them off. They don't act right. Okay. I don't want to even talk about this one right now. That one over there, this one, why he's over there on that chain, because he don't know how to stay out of my raised garden beds. And until I'm able to put a fence up around my garden, he has supervised playtime off of his harness. Optimus Prime. Brownie Smith. That's his name. Anywho, yeah. So he came over here one morning. I came out. And he had yanked himself off of his containment and dug up good. Dug up a lot of my broccoli, a lot of my Marvel Four Seasons lettuce. And even over here where I had some garlic bulbs, speaking of which, I have one garlic trying to come up already. He done dug up garlic bulb out of there. and dug up all of my mescalum salad that I had originally planted in here, which are still some in here. But he dug it up so bad, I just had to up pot some. These were tiny when I first put them in, and they have grown quick. Anywho, back to what the wind did today. I had some damage over here in my raised bed area. My contractor paper was all blowed over. And today, this raised bed is getting some action. This is my 2x12x8 raised bed that I had used 10 bags of the Kellogg's Raised Bran potting soil mix in. 10 bags, 20 cubic feet worth of soil. Ain't that something? Anywho, this one is going to be either a 3x6x8 or a 2x6x8. I might keep it at 2 feet, but I'm gonna spread it out and make a little more walk space in between the two beds. Move it forward a little bit more, just about maybe 6 inches, a half a foot to the left. And oh yeah, I got the wood and stuff to get it done. I just want that wood to dry out before I try to cut my 2-foot boards or 3. Like I said, I still haven't decided. This is going to be my perennial flower bed, and some of my medicinal herbs are going to be in here. And I'm about to really get this project done over the next 2 days while I'm off, enjoying my off time. Hey, Isabella. That's Isabella. Mommy's girl. Mommy's girl. And this is Domino. Domino. Hey boy. What are y'all doing with this bag? Nope. I know y'all doing too much. So, anywho, family, that's my story for this morning. Came out. The wind and the rain had blew off the raised bed garden covers that I normally tuck behind this trip fence, as I'm going to call it, because we all trip over the fence. But I usually just pull it over. It is pinned on the other side, but it's not pinned on this side. So I usually just tuck it behind that little fence. That wasn't enough. So Mother Nature told me to pin it down from now on, and I am going to listen, because I don't want everybody getting blowed over and knocked over and looking all weathered like my mustard spinach greens are this morning. And until the next time, I'll see y'all on the video where I'm going to be harvesting some parsley and dehydrating. Till then, bye.